Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Before we start with the questions and answers, Sheikh needs to clarify a couple of points. Maybe he needs another 10 minutes. And then if we need more time for the questions and answers, inshallah, Sheikh is volunteering to add more time later on, after 8:30, inshallah. So we'll let the Sheikh continue.
طيب جزاكم الله خير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The second main prohibition in Sharia. By the way, before I talk about gharar, a brother just asked me a question. If I'm exchanging now apple with oranges, what will happen? So Rasulullah was saying date for date. He didn't say you're not allowed to exchange other types of food. You're not allowed to exchange apples with oranges. He only said date was a basic food at that time. Barley and wheat were main types of basic food at that time. Rasulullah in Medina. He said if you are, he was telling Muslims, exchanging these, it was a barter economy. Not everyone had dinars and dirhams at that time. He said, if you are exchanging these items, they have to be with the same quantity. And why? Because Sharia wants, this type of market to be stable. Because if it is not stable, the poor and the needy will be affected. And also the Sharia, why the Sharia is putting some restrictions on this kind of transactions? Because the Sharia wants that money, the value of money, to be stable. Okay, when I said hand to hand, and Rasulullah said to hand, so how are we going to do business with millions and billions in this time, in the modern age, if everything has to be hand to hand and people are transferring billions and billions through banks and everything? There is something called constructive possession. When I receive this, when I exchange it with someone hand to hand, this is a real physical possession. There's something called constructive possession, qabd hukmi. That means the ulama, they said if you do a transaction in the bank and you exchange your money in the bank, and the bank will put your money in the account or send it to your account overseas. If you have immediate access to this money in this account, then this is hukm, shari. It is accepted in Sharia. And this is how companies make business, and they send money and they exchange money. So it's not, don't think that these ahadith are putting more restrictions in a way that no economy will develop or flourish with this kind of restrictions. The ulama have studied this ahadith and they said constructive possession is accepted as long as the other party has immediate access to the counter value or to his money or to the deposit. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. So this subject cannot be understood in one halaqa, ya ikhwan, or lecture. And even some ahadith, you need sometimes to spend a lot of time to understand the wisdom of the hadith or the meaning of the hadith. Even some ulama have struggled with the matters of riba. So we cannot understand them in one lecture or halaqa or not. I don't want you to make wrong decisions. If something sounds weird, it doesn't make sense to you, talk about it tonight. We'll deal with it inshallah. Bi-idhnillah ta'ala. We talk about the gharar. Gharar is uncertainty in business transactions. Jahala. So you make a contract, but you don't know the outcome of this contract. You don't know what you're going to get. What you're going to get. What is the counter value. You have some jahala, some ignorance about the counter value or the time of delivery. You don't agree about the specific time of delivery. Or you don't agree about the description or the qualities of the item you are buying. So this is jahala and this is gharar, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahih Muslim, naha Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam an buyu' al-gharar. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has forbidden the sales of gharar. Okay, a gharar is found in our business transactions nowadays. We need to find out what is the gharar that is haram and what is accepted. There are three levels of gharar, of uncertainty. The first level is excessive gharar. In Arabic it's called al-gharar al-fahish.